What's up, everybody? What is going on? What is good? It is August 22nd, Thursday night. It's the final week of the preseason, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Sorry, we are a little bit late today. We had some business to it. Dev's got his Jahan Dotson shirt on. Oh, man, that's funny. At least you got it from China, right?
This song's dedicated to Dotson and that gangster lean. Why'd you have to go to Philadelphia?
Sure did.
I'm going to Philly this weekend. I'll say hi to him.
Oh,
it seems like yesterday Phil was laughing at your hands. Now we're gonna kick a Philly's ass. And I'm out of shit. That's it.
And we're going to talk about it here in a second. Philly's pretty stacked now. But there's more to it. We'll break that down.
No. Y'all don't understand. Jahan Dotson was, and always was trash, according to, our wonderful social media.
I don't think it's trash.
It generalizes too
Dotson's
much.
just God. Don't you know that?
I think a lot of people are still just my X feed is a lot of people they just don't know what to think of it. I guess
I got a red, white, and black Jahan jersey, man. I want to burn all of some bitches. I'm wearing to work. They're now work shirts.
Really?
That's what they're gonna be.
Work shirts.
I got a couple curls. Young.
Is that a new name for Comrade?
Ew. No, unfortunately, Phil, I fuck women who can't have kids anymore because I'm almost 50, like an appropriate 50-year-old man should, So I shoot the club up often. I don't have to not shoot the club up, if you know what I mean.
I don't have to worry about that either. Thank God.
Tear the club up.
No.
All right.
And burn, baby.
We're a little bit late today. Let's get right into it. Hello, everyone who's joining Yam. Thank you very much for tuning in. Deluxe, what's going on? Ben Harlow, good evening. Jimmy Lee, what's cracking, my brother? What's cracking? Yam says, I know quite a few Philly fans who are crapping on Jahan. I bet 10-1 they will slob him now. I've already had text messages saying, dude, we fleeced you. We fleeced you so bad. I don't know, man.
I don't disagree.
It's hard to say. Like we don't know what this is going to be like. What's up, Marcus? Thanks for joining in. Appreciate you as always. But without further ado, man, let us just get right into today's show. And of course, you guys know the news for the day. It's the roster shakeup. It's a lot of Jahan Dotson. We got a kicker. We'll talk about this. So Jahan Dotson was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. I know everyone knows this.
Die, Eagles, die.
Die, Eagles, die. So the Commanders gave Jahan Dotson and a next year, 2025, fifth-round pick to the Eagles. The Commanders got a third-round pick in the turn. So we flipped a fifth and a third and 2 seventh-round picks. And so some people are saying if you do the grading, that the Commanders came out on top when you're doing trade value for picks. That we came out on top. Benjamin Slowick gave us from ESPN gave us A-, gave the Eagles a B-. Said it's a nice trade for the Commanders. It's soured by a bit of wasted first round pick. It's never good when a number 16 pick gets traded away 2 seasons later for a mid-round selection. But Washington was clearly ready to move on from Dotson, who was losing snaps in the wide receiver rotation, to get a third-round selection from Philly for a player who was not a big part of your future plans is, well, worth it. And so I think it goes back to the age-old question. I think Jahan Dotson was probably overtraded. Him and Forbes, right? Overdrafted, excuse me. It's not their fault where they were drafted by any means whatsoever. But I think a lot of people's consensus that Jahan was probably an early to mid second rounder, talent-wise. I don't know if anyone saw him going as high as we saw him. And Ron and the Martys valued him pretty high.
It looked like it was going to work out for him the rookie year, though. To his credit.
It could have worked out this year. We don't know. But something that this coaching administration saw made them decide that he's not in there. And he had
They
He
said
could
it
have
was
had 3 years left.
I'm telling you, man, we're in the upside down, bro.
The rumor is that he was in Dan Quinn's doghouse, right? Attitude problems. Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like
So your solution is De'Ami Brown.
Maybe.
What the fuck has De'Ami Brown done in 3 years? God damn it! Until this offseason, this entire fan base was already like, De'Ami's a bust. He's proof that Rob Rivera can't draft. Blah 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 blah. He makes one catch, which he does once a year in a first preseason game, and he is now God. What is going on?
Yeah, but he might not even be the number 2.
He'll
He
be
could
a
be on
number
the
four.
outside. He could be on the outside and be a number 3. Like, and the fact is,
way more than he's shown at any point in his career, including this offseason.
yes, from a production perspective,
suitable replacement for Jahan Dotson. Sorry,
you are right. From a production perspective, we didn't get better. But they might be viewing this as addition by subtraction, accounting for money in future draft capital. It's a gamble.
It's first round money, what, like 7 to 10 million a year?
Away weapons,
and it's just going to go up.
First round pick money.
It's just going to go up even more. But we're not short money though, so money's not really the excuse.
Yeah, that too. I think
they literally didn't see him in the future in their plans. That's what it came down to.
I feel like he's a marginal 2-3 as of right now. But I think that on a team like Philly, I think he's more valuable because you also have is it Dallas Goedert? Is that the tight end they have?
They have Dallas Goedert,
Smith,
Brown.
Then they also have Saquon Barkley coming out the backfield, and then you add Dotson. They can all be on the field at the same time for the most part, man. That would be. I think Dotson is maybe your second corner can guard him, but your fourth and fifth cover guy can't guard Dotson, bro. And
Dotson's gonna go off for 6 catches for 200 yards against us twice.
Something's gonna happen. He's gonna have a better shot at having a big game there than here because he's gonna get way less attention there.
Yeah,
like a lot less. He'll be a single coverage every time. And one thing about Dotson that is good, Dotson is a fucking dope ass route runner. No one's ever questioned his route running. We're starting to question his heart a little bit, but his route running.
He's been playing out of position for 2 years. He's not an outside receiver. He rarely played in the slot.
That all being said, though, Steve and Phil, I'm glad he's gone. Fuck him. Let's go on to the next one, man. I mean, it's not. He wasn't that big a deal to cry over. He wasn't that big a deal to cry over, fans. Yeah. I mean, he's gone. We didn't give away, you know what I'm saying, Champ Bailey to Dallas or nothing. We didn't give away.
Harris?
What's that?
Who's another Marco Mitchell?
Martavis Bryant. Luke McCaffrey.
Martavis Bryant, who hasn't been in the league in 6 seasons.
Well, I mean, we do need a receiver.
This is what we're going to replace him with.
We do need a receiver. I mean, we do need one.
Before the whole thing's over, man. You never know.
2 weeks left, man. There's 2 weeks left in the offseason.
Yeah, and now you technically have more ammo to go to after Ayuk if that's something you want to pursue.
Where was that? I was told that was happening today.
Could be Tate.
Nah, I just said that's on the table still. Ayuk was not at practice today.
Well, what's the one that were in Cincinnati with
T. Higgins?
Higgins, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like,
Lux said, "Who had a better career, Dotson or Dotson? Should they both get the seat?" No, Jahan. By far, Josh.
He was a legit starter, man. Dotson, whether you like it or not, is a legit starting receiver, man. It's just he's not a 1, which you would want if you're picking him in the first round, And he was not becoming maybe not a 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, I think that it's one of those situations where it might work out better for both of us, man. I think Dotson is going to get a fresh start in a role that is smaller, where he can have a greater impact in that smaller role than he could in a bigger role here. I think it's going to work out for him, and it could possibly make us look bad. But if that third pick we don't end up with fucking Sadiq Charles, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll be okay as long as we don't turn that 3rd round pick into fucking the Trent Williams trade. We're cool, man. By the way, just all that being said, fuck you, Ron Rivera. God damn, man.
I know. Hey, man, I got a chart. I'll show that a little bit.
But hey, man, you should never be allowed in the draft room again, bro. As long as you live.
Ever. Gone. Chase, Jahan. Hold on. Was Duran Ron's?
No, I think Payne was already here.
Yeah, he
Payne
was.
yeah.
But it's Chase, it's Jahan, it's Emmanuel Forbes, and Jamin Davis. So jury's still out on two of them. We'll see. Since our last podcast, we released safety Kendall Brooks and Chappelle Russell, released Keandre Jones and Ben Nickel. We signed Sheldon Redgwick and released kicker Riley Patterson, who's been struggling. And going back to the comment here, we'll show in a second. We traded Jahan Dotson. I just talked about what he did. 5th round pick for next year for a 3rd round pick swap and then 2 7th round picks. We also traded a 7th round conditional pick for the Cleveland Browns for kicker Cade York. I don't know anything about Cade.
Can someone
he hit like 70 yarders.
Can someone explain this one to me too? Because this one baffles me. Cade York lost the job. He was not going to make the team.
Why would you trade for him when they probably
Why did you trade for him?
Yeah,
I don't.
It could have been one of those things where they wanted to get him,
though.
or they wanted to get him before someone else. We were hiring the. Oh no, that's not the way. The way
he could have been practice squatted though, like for the Browns.
You don't practice squad a kicker when you're the Browns.
You do if you draft
Browns
them.
Are not good enough to practice squad a kicker.
You do if you draft them though.
Yeah.
They drafted that kid, like 4th, 5th round or some shit. I was just saying, they drafted Cade York, so they might have been trying to keep him in.
Ben says, boiling down to one thing, Dotson and Jaden don't have chemistry. Remember we did the all-22 breakdown. It was Diami, Terry. Was it 3 Terrys or 2 Terrys? I think it was Terry.
Can we?
The passes to Jahan were not good.
By the way, on that York thing,
they weren't good passes.
Yeah.
But another thing on that York thing, though,
but that's Jahan's fault apparently.
It is.
Yeah.
But another thing on that York thing, Phil. Also, if you don't allow him to hit free agency, he doesn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anything to say, if he ends up being a free agent, he don't want to come here. You know what I'm saying? So you also limit his flexibility.
Yeah. Who else did we do that to recently? We traded for somebody else too. Remember when we were bitching about it? Like, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Limit serve. I remember what you're talking about though.
We did it though. We did it. Anyways, back to where we were. Back to the lecture at hand. We're still talking about Jahan Dotson here and what it means for him to get traded. I remember Quinn came out the other day and just said the battle for number 2 was still open. So at that point, we started talking about why would he even say that? Why would he say the battle for wide
number 2?
We don't.
Number 2?
Who does number 2 work
I didn't get
for?
to the press conference because I've been at work, but is that what he said?
No, on August 18th, he said.
Oh.
I mean, I have the clipper here if you want to watch it. He said they were talking about it's a battle for number 2. They don't know who it's going to be. So
who is number 2?
And Cliff Kingsbury made a statement today about he wants his wide receivers to be physical, which means he probably wants them to block. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
I think that has everything to do with it, which is kind of bullshit because not all your wide receivers are going to be good blockers good wide receivers.
They said on the radio when I was coming home that that they have been playing Diami and McCaffrey has been in the lineup in practice today. That was the guys they were loading up with the starting.
I mean, it's great when they can block, but can they catch the fucking ball?
Yeah.
Diami does not have the best track record of that.
Neither did Dotson.
Dotson caught a lot more passes than Diami.
True, that's true.
Cliff said today, what is the most important trait the starting wide receiver group needs to have? And he said, Dan Quinn's style of play. Physical, play hard without the ball. So he's talking off-ball blocking. We know Terry does it. It's without a question. Terry does that shit every play.
It's Kingsbury's offense, so I don't give a shit what
he said everyone's going to make catches. Everybody's going to run routes and make catches at this level. But how do you play without the ball? There's no question what Terry does without the ball. We know that.
It's amazing. Like I said, we're questioning Dotson's heart, man. I wouldn't have thought that, but
it wasn't public, But it says that you get some of the top teams in the league, the Chiefs, the Niners, when they transition a block when their teammates have the football. I mean, that's kind of the secret sauce that makes you take to the next level. We've been preaching it and those guys have done a good job responding. Maybe this comment right here is where it's all at. We could probably go back and watch the film again of some of those preseason plays and I mean, usually he's a small guy. But maybe he's just not built like that. I don't know. I had never looked for it before. It was nothing that stood out to me.
So they think a backup. You think a former quarterback from college turned receiver is built for it though?
Probably not. I mean, he was our emergency quarterback, right?
No, I'm talking about McCaffrey.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
We're gonna
But
find
remember,
out.
he's their guy. They drafted him. That's
I
the
wonder if
thing.
they play. I wonder if they play. It's Sunday, right? We play.
We play Sunday night at either 7 or 8 versus the
I
Patriots.
wonder if he plays.
Yeah. Marcus says, looks like he had Mitch's coaching staff with B. Mitch. According to B. Mitch, Deluxe says Diamond's always been a physical receiver when he sees the field, but it sounds like he worked hard in the offseason. We know he worked hard. He put it all over his social media.
Well, they made it act like he was one of those guys who felt like he didn't need to work as hard to make the team, like he had already made it. That's what they were making it sound like when I was listening to the radio.
I hate to say this, but I feel like that they do that just because they want, it sounds good. When you don't have a reason for the trade other than, whatever, or we like this guy better.
As much as we heard getting out there, we ain't heard nothing on
Yami Brown.
Deluxe makes a good point. Dotson will be in the slot against Sanders still. Like, he's not going to be on the outside. That's Smith plays on the outside. So from my friends that are Philly fans and my brother, they're glad they have him because they don't have a slot receiver. They are so excited they now have a slot receiver to pair up against.
If I'm Philly fans, I am just coming buckets right now.
Yeah. But we never once talked about Jahan being our slot guy. Like I said, he's been out of position. He's a slot receiver by nature. So it wasn't working. It wasn't fitting anyways. But it would be nice to see San Francisco go up against him. We'll see what happens. Says people forget he lost time in season 2. He had a hamstring injury that just would not go away. He certainly did.
Well, you don't catch
more drops in his rookie
season.
So. No, you can't. You don't get on the ball. You get on the field with your hamstrings.
When you do, you got to put your hands on them.
Marcus says he disagreed with trading him in the division, but here's why this is significant. We also traded in the Eagles for the draft. Remember, we gave them the 40th we gave them the pick where they got Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, somebody we could have used.
They gave us so we swapped picks. Like, we went back like 2 spots or us 1 spot, and then they gave us a few picks later. So we get like 40 and 43, and they got Cooper DeJean, and then like 41 or something like that. So we've traded in the division. This is twice now. But for them to say you can go to a division rival, we know our playbook. We don't care. That means something. That means something.
It's either you really don't think it matters, or it's the height of arrogance, and I fear for the latter. I don't want to believe it is, but I've said that before.
Maybe he wasn't grasping the offense.
Right?
Maybe he wasn't grasping the offense at all. I don't know. Why else would you trade someone who's been with you since OTAs, a week before the season starts, to your division rival you're going to see twice a year, who literally knows everything about your team, signs, the installation, knows every single thing. There's more. There has to be more to it.
Again, I worry about that.
Don't know about
I worry about it.
Yeah, it says if we can just now get rid of the Ron Rivera uniforms. Keep the black ones though. Black ones are dope. I know Yam doesn't like them, but I love the black jerseys. Now what they should do is change those yellow letters to burgundy and put yellow on the outside. There you go. That would be the ultimate. Who else draft those players that's still with the Commanders? Martin Mayhew and Marty Herney, who are advisors to the general manager and advisors to the senior scout. Marty Herney, they're both still on the team. They are both still on the team. So, yes, Jahan is gone. What's up, Phil Bullock? Thanks for joining, man. We appreciate you. Jimmy Lee says, damn, not Jahan. Yeah, bro, it's happening. Yam says he thinks he's stopgap or fallback. He's talking about the kicker. If we don't get one of the Green Bay kickers or the kid from the Jets, I wanted to go after the guy from the Titans. I totally forgot his name. The kicker who's going to lose that battle, but he was great in the preseason. Utah, Cody says, good evening, gents. I'm nervous as ever about this next move they make. Yeah, I will. Or would you be more mad if they didn't make a move at all? and did this, so we lose Jahan and we do nothing. But compile picks.
I've been on record that I would like to see what we have in McCaffrey, and Diami and maybe Ozzy and some of those. And what's the young kid there showing out, the big tall dude?
Bryson Tremaine or Tyler? No, not Tyler.
Bryson Tremaine.
Bryson Tremaine,
and Bryant. I forgot Martavius Bryant's there. So I like to see what we have with those young receivers before we go after Brandon Ayuk, because maybe Brandon Ayuk's on this team. You never know, man. Stranger things have happened, man. Tom Brady
it came out today that say what you want. I think Rappaport said the 49ers are close to getting a new deal done with Trent.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They're saying that everything's on the table.
Yeah.
The Commanders and Pittsburgh Steelers right now, everything's on the table. Yeah. And Brandon Ayuk has liked a bunch of pictures today on the Reds Commanders. It's crazy, dude.
Phil Bullock's a little pissed off, and I know we're a work in process, but I'm about to be done with these. Jason Donaway, 10th in drops last year. I guess he's talking about Terry. Yeah, he had some drop issues. What's up, Rivers Reese? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining in. Utah said the physicality comment Kingsbury made. Cliff was referring to Dan Quinn wanted his receivers. I believe he actually said Quinn wants these guys to be physical. I think so too, man.
How's it go?
Little Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical.
How's it go again?
Let's get physical. Let's get into physical. Was that 80, like early 80s?
Yeah, I remember the
leotards, the John,
the
Richard Simmons era.
Remember Grimace spooked it?
Yes, in the movie.
Grimace too, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Liam said, yes, Steve, I have said that. Black would be fine with the color swap. Change helmets to Matt. Yeah. Matt, anything, man. Sign me up, dude. Sign me up. Phil said, we sold the team to a guy as a professional NBA team in Philly. Now we're just looking out for them. He's trying to keep happy in Philly. No, I'm just joking. No, Howie Roseman is just a good GM. he does this. He got Devontae Smith. He got AJ Brown. Like, he just gets people. A little early to see who won, though.
And they still can't win shit, but that's because they're in
Yeah, Troy. Good to see you first and foremost. I think you now have acquired so many picks. I got to find the tweet that shows how many picks we have, but we have accrued a ton of picks for next year. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. What we're looking at on the table for all the draft picks. Where the favorites don't always. Sometimes I'm pissed off about the favorite features in Twitter, man, because you save them and you think you're saving them in order, then all of a sudden they just completely go out. Hey, look at this. Jahan Dotson and Kay Adams interview comes up on my feed when I saved that thing like 3 weeks ago. What the fuck, man? We'll have to look at it. If someone else wants to do it in the chat, let us know what the draft picks are for next year. So we talked about this. We talked about the other trades that are happening. But if you have any more comments on Jahan Dotson, man, just let us know. This is, in the words of Robert Griffin III, this is a safe space, man. Tell us how you feel.
I got more.
About
you have to do something. If you're going to get – someone said this in our little creator group chat we have going on X, that, well, maybe Jaden's the kind of guy that elevates his talent around him. So you want to tell me that somehow he can elevate De'Ami Brown but not Jahan Dotson, and he can elevate De'Ami Brown to a level above Jahan Dotson? If
Jahan's not playing within the system, I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there. I don't know.
You're going to have to throw hypotheticals out there. But everybody acts like that preseason stats mean something. They really don't, because most of your starters don't get a bunch of stats in the preseason.
Yeah, if they
don't play much.
I mean, listen, Phil, just to piss you off, I'm going to show you some preseason stats because PFF loves some preseason stats. There's De'Ami Brown's preseason stats that they liked him a lot. 91.1 PFF.
Only time he's going to have those goddamn stats.
6 targets, 5 receptions, 74 yards, 2 contested catches, 118.1 rating when targeted.
Oh, so, I got stats for you too, actually.
He's coming up.
I want y'all to know I was on first one on record saying I think De'Ami was going to have a good year. I remember I said this.
You did.
Y'all was like, I said,
we will not take that from you. We won't take that from you. You own that, Dev.
I got stats for you. Hold on.
You own that.
So someone decided to be funny, right?
What's up, AG?
This is Air Raid Concepts on X.
Yeah, that guy, Steve. Yeah.
Steve. He says 2.8 catches, 35.8 yards, 0.3 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson's per game averages. I responded with Yami, suddenly loved by Twitter, Brown averages 0.6 catches, 10.1 yards, and 0.06 touchdowns. But he's the future, right?
In the regular season when it matters.
When it actually matters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he got bad parenting with
he
those
averages
guys.
the
Those
same as
teams.
these.
Well, you want to see
actual catches?
That was bad parenting, though.
It shocked everyone. No one knew. And here's De'Ami Brown. No idea.
I mean, obviously, you guys build bonds and relationships throughout the years in the locker room. How difficult was that to kind of hear the news of Jahan getting traded?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was speechless. That was a weird one to expect. I didn't really.
Yeah, because he didn't even expect to get pushed up a spot.
But for him to go, I wish him the best of luck. You know, we've been here and we.
Oh my God! I'm actually going to get some playing time.
We thought that it was going to be Jahan 1
or
Terry 1, Jahan 2, and De'Ami 3. Like that, no one. This was not in anyone's bingo card. Guaranteed.
He's blown away because he's like, "Oh my God, I'm going to get playing time."
Yeah.
So I just
because he knows he's back up bum.
Nah, not yet. It happened so fast. Like I didn't even get to see him leave. Actually,
yeah.
So, I'll probably tap in with him later.
With his, go ahead, Chick.
Chick,
yeah.
Old Chick.
You guys, as a position group, start talking about it. It's not a message sent, but it's a reality.
Man, we just got to stay focused on what we have to do. You know, end of the day, that's how the business goes, and we just have to focus in on what we have to do for the team.
Man, who's his fucking barber? Man, that's a shitty shape up.
Hey, he's letting it go out before the season. That's what he's doing. He's gonna have a freshman before the season.
But how much do you focus now on your chance for an elevated role here?
There you go.
Same focus. Just come out here every day, keep my head down and work. At the end of the day, it's a business, but as long as I take care of the things that I have to do, I'll be all right.
All right. So yeah, that's where we are. That was old De'Ami Brown giving his 2 cents on what happened. Marcus said we have 9 picks next year: a first, a second, 2/3, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, 2 7s. That's some capital, man. I think we had 10 picks this year. Do we have 10? I can't remember.
9.
But 9. So that's a lot of draft capital if you're going to move. But my question is, why wouldn't you just send Jahan to San Francisco as part of the trade if you really didn't want him gone?
They didn't want him.
Hey,
that was the next part.
De'Ami Brown as part of a deal for Ayuk?
Yeah, you do.
Maybe they don't want him.
Do you remember all the early trade scenarios? I'm guilty of this. That people were like, "Oh, De'Ami Brown and a second," and I was like, "Nobody wants De'Ami Brown." I could be wrong now. It was a joke. I thought people were joking. I wrote it down in my diary. This guy made a funny joke.
People don't know how to do trade value for shit on Twitter. What are you talking about?
Oh man. Cliff. I'm not even gonna play. Cliff. There's a little 30-second clip of Cliff saying, thanks Jahan for everything. He's a great kid, but he also likes the wide receiver room he has. Jason says we're geeking about a wide receiver room when quarterback room is really shit. In the grand scheme of things, yes, the wide receiver room will probably be okay, but the cornerback room is even. The
cornerback room outside of Samerstill was shit going into the preseason. Here, the wide receiver room is made worse during the preseason.
Yeah,
there's a difference. We already knew the corners were shit.
Yeah. I mean, he barely played.
Barely
played in the preseason. That's true.
Maybe Sam was still in Eric Davis start corner.
Maybe. AG said honeymoon season coming. Walking back the 10 wins we thought from last week. Hey, I'm at. What are we at, Dev? No, Phil. Phil's at.
Y'all at 7. I'm at 8.
You're at 8. We'll see after the 53.
8 games with the.
I think we win 5, bro.
Yeah, I think it goes down.
There being De'Ami Brown,
but I'm okay
I got us
with
winning
that.
5, bro.
If we can be competent, I'm okay with it. I'm not sure how competent we can be, but Troy said, "I like the trade," but Jahan complained about Eric B a lot. He did. We all
complained about Eric B a lot.
He just had the cojones to do it publicly, which I appreciate.
Him complaining about Eric B a lot.
Yeah, we all.
What did the coach say about this trade? I never got to hear that. Did you have that clip?
I do. We have Cliff Kingsbury. You want to watch Cliff Kingsbury? Let's watch Cliff Kingsbury.
I heard the way he said he ain't want to talk. He asked coach and the GM.
No, he said it. Here you go.
I'm going to return most of those questions to AP.
He said that part.
Had a great experience with him. He's a great kid. I wish him well. I'm excited about some of the other guys' progress. next one I ask you too about Zacchaeus and Jameson and Luke. How good do you feel about that? Well, they all are very conscientious, working hard. Yama's really progressed nicely, so it's been a good
Yami
room,
progressed nicely.
a very competitive room, and so I'm excited to see how once again they continue that.
I mean,
Could it
Man.
possibly be that it was more so about what Diami and
Well, you could
McCaffrey
be a
have been
what-
doing versus what Dotson
Uh-huh.
wasn't doing?
It could possibly be.
Define progress nicely, because if you're a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10, and now you're a 3, that's a 300% increase.
But what if the other guy was a 2?
Yeah, Jahan Dotson ain't no 2.
I'm just saying.
You know this.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Here's the recap of Ron Rivera's first 4-round picks in Washington. Kind of crazy. Chase, Jabin, Jahan, Forbes. We'll see. Season's out on jury's out on 2 of them. I don't know. You know who else is up?
Jamin is still listed as a starting outside strong side linebacker, by the way. I don't know why people keep saying he got benched. Still listed on every depth chart they put out as a
I was
starting
about
strong
to
side
say,
linebacker.
Jamin Davis is no backup anywhere. He plays with the firsts.
Guess who this is?
Dotson was playing with the firsts, and they were like, "Oh, he's a fourth string wide receiver." I heard that today. He was a 4th string wide receiver. On what planet was Jahan Dotson a 4th string wide receiver?
Probably gonna be on Philly.
Maybe if he stayed, he would have been. Maybe there's been people outperforming him.
He might be on Philly. I mean, Paris Campbell or him. One of them is gonna be forward.
Yeah.
Ben Harlow with the dumbest fucking comment I've seen yet. Diami is dynamic. When? One time a year? Because that's all you get out of him. Once. And I'm not even so mad. All right, you want to get Jahan because get rid of Jahan, cool. All right, understand it. You want a good fit, whatever. But you're going to sit here and try to tell me to my face that De'Ami Brown is the answer? What has De'Ami Brown done in 3 years in the league other than whiff and drop balls and make one big play a year?
To be fair, he
balls.
Oh yeah, sorry. Balls. He had a 2-touchdown game with Carson versus the Titans. And that's it. He's really done, and he had one other game. That's it.
He had the one catch in the Seattle game.
Yeah, and all his bad drops came in the preseason. We weren't talking about preseason stats last year. You bring up, or the year before, you bring up those stats, it would be pretty bad. We're only bringing up his good stats now because it's convenient. You bring up his drops from last preseason. I think he dropped like 4 balls in the preseason last year.
Gotta be good for the both of us.
All I gotta say is that all you people who suddenly are now De'Ami Brown fans, y'all better be right if we roll with him as the other starting wideout this season. Because if you're wrong, I'm gonna be up and on your ass.
Well, maybe they value, Ertz as a wide receiver a lot more than we thought. Like a Kelsey, Terry, like a Kelsey. Actually, they just have Kelsey. There's no one else on that team.
They got Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. But Deb, do you know who this is at practice? Do you know who this is?
I've got a glare or something. I can't see his face.
In Commander's gear. That's Matty Ice. That's Matt Ryan. Was that our practice today? Got a playbook in his back pocket.
Oh no!
So he is close with Dan Quinn. And Dan Quinn coached in Atlanta. Remember, Dan Quinn was. So I think there's a connection there. I don't know if he's
coaching.
A lot of times these players get exposed. They sit there and observe. Like Warren Sapp was at Ron Rivera's practice. Now he's a coach in Colorado. I mean, these guys are probably just trying to get exposure to something before they transition to whatever. Anyways, I just thought that was cool to see Matt Ryan in Commander's gear. Just something you don't see. I don't know if I would like to see him talking to the quarterbacks maybe, but it could be just like an internship, I guess, for lack of better terms. He's talking to Cliff Kingsbury right now. They're shaking hands, but very cool, man. I thought that was pretty cool to see. Very odd. It kind of random out of blue for whatever reason. But anyhow, okay. Any other comments on Jahan? Let's see what everyone else is saying. We talked about how bad the cornerback room was.
So the head coach said nothing about it.
I can't find the clip on it, man. I'm sorry. Jay Nash, Commander Nash, what's up, dude? Thank you for tuning in. Sorry I didn't get to you earlier, man. Jimmy Lee says, I remember Fitzpatrick really liking De'Ami his rookie year. Maybe we'll finally see what he saw. I don't know.
I got something for y'all.
Yam says, depending on what fans you talk to on Twitter, many claim to be know-it-alls. I never liked Jahan, always liked Diami. Yam, you just got to weed through the people on social media who just hold on, Phil. I'll get rid of
I
this.
thought Diami sucked.
Who
but I
just
predicted he would have a very good year
want to
this
be
year.
right. Remember, social media, half of social media just wants to be right at any cost.
I think I had Diami as one of the players that sucked until this season. I thought he might be.
You called it early. You called it early on.
I've always
You
said he
did.
sucked though before this year.
So
sure did.
someone want to look at these numbers and tell me how De'Ami Brown is just as good as Jahan Dotson or better than Jahan Dotson?
Coach said he is. As I can go on, bro.
I would be curious as the snap count difference because I guarantee Jahan probably has way more snaps too.
Yeah.
Because Diami just wasn't good enough to see the field.
Because he's better.
He's earned them is a hard word to say. You always play first round picks. It didn't matter if he earned it or not. He was going to play over them.
Yeah.
And look, I was someone who thought De'Ami Brown was going to be a playmaker, and I'm wrong.
Well, we thought so too. Take the top off,
Yeah. All he did was take his gloves off.
Man, Ryan Elias finally followed on Twitter, man. Dude, I think I've been following you forever, bro. I know you're never on X, but well, welcome finally. I'm trying to see if there's any more clips we can share on this topic before we move on. I can't find the Dan Quinn clip, Phil, or Deb, sorry. And I don't think the Commanders have put it on their website either. I'm sure Dan Quinn probably gave the token, hey, you did a great job. We're just focusing on the guys that are still here. I'm sure that's probably where it all released to. No transcripts. No transcripts are out, man. Come on, Commanders, you're killing me. Transcripts, looking for consistency. So that's from yesterday. They have yesterday's transcripts from the press conference, not today. So not going to be able to get it, man. I apologize, but that's where we are on the team. AG said next year's team will have a 20-player flip. I think we had what do we have, a 70% roster turnover, 75 if not more. So they're already turned over this roster a lot, significantly. So it's probably just going to keep going. But they got most of their guys in place. We'll see. Phil Bullock said, I believe there's more to it. Dotson didn't want to be here anymore, but you didn't go out and say like Allen. Coaches downplay our players, and this is what you get. Yeah. What's up, Greg? It says high coaching staff high on the tight end room. Yeah, as they should be, because tight ends are.
I think we should go 3 tight. I just think we should go 2-3 tight ends all year.
Call it good.
Yeah, 2 running backs. 2
Colin says the Washington is still in the playoffs. I disagree with that. I don't think we will.
Colin Cowherd, I've never seen anyone who gets a team wrong more than Colin Cowherd does with us.
Yeah. And it makes a good point.
Like,
Planning for 2025.
He says we're going to be good when we're not. He says we're going to suck when we don't.
Yeah. It's like, where you're always on the wrong side of the spectrum, dude. So this tells me we're probably going to be bad.
On the spectrum, all right.
Yeah. AG said hiring Mayhew was a death blow for Ron's personnel chops. Yeah, man. He's still here, though. He's still in the organization. Martin Mayhew, that is. He's Martin Mayhew. But Ben says, I don't think he's any better than Jahan, but Cliff apparently sees it differently. Yeah. We see.
Any better implies that he's just as equally good.
Yeah. Yam says, not true at all.
Man. Here's the thing. You can talk about preseason all you want. You can talk about new parents, all the other stuff. Until I see him do it in the regular season, because I've seen what he's done in the regular season, I don't have faith. This got to have something in the works.
This is why I think it was something very significant. This is something really.
How many more games do you think we're going to lose or win with either one of those guys starting? Like we had Jahan.
I would say that would be about 1 win difference.
Right. Then who gives a shit?
Yeah. In the grand, if you're not making the playoffs anyways.
Right. By draft pick laws, that's a win.
Well, the one silver lining is the philosophy of letting players go for nothing seems to be out the win. At least they got something for nothing. You know what I mean? Before, like we did with Trent and
3rd round picks supposed to be starters too.
Yeah. DB did not single point
Cowboys ain't going to trade.
Someone
says, "Do we go after CD Lamb?" No, Cowboys ain't going to trade within the division. They're not like that.
The offer sweet enough. I would take CD Lamb in a heartbeat.
Yep.
He would. That would Terry McLaurin, wide receiver 2, instantly. to CeeDee Lamb.
Everyone on this team not named Daniels can be traded for CeeDee Lamb.
I 100% agree.
I was getting that with y'all right now.
It makes my
Everyone
team
on the
better.
team. Yeah. And trust
Not gonna happen. So it's Jason says Jahan was 10th in drops last year. For someone who isn't physical, underperforming, he's glad he's gone. That's fair. That's your opinion. That's fair. Jason says there's still any Commanders Bud Light around, Steve. I think I drank all
I
the.
saw some for sale the other day.
Is there? Okay, I thought you were referring to the Bud Light I took to the home opener last year because I just finished it. I had a case that we never finished, and I don't really drink Bud Light, but I just slowly tap it. Actually, I have 2 upstairs. I just slowly drink one over time. But
No, the Commanders Bud Light cases are out.
Yeah, Commanders Bud Light. There was also some Tostitos, Commanders Tostitos I could find in my grocery store. Was there something else?
Yeah. No, that's those are the 2 I've seen.
Tostitos and Bud Light. Yeah, I know on Paisanos, when you've ordered Paisanos, we order Paisanos all the time. It's really good. They have the Commanders official pizza of the Washington Commanders on the box. So
you don't do Pizza Bowling? Pizza Bowling?
Pizza Bowling isn't bad. Not bad.
I don't know. I've never been there.
It's just a local pizza joint or chain.
I love pizza.
Jimmy said, it doesn't matter if we're right or wrong about the Army. This new group is what we've been slurping, has to get it right. They do. That's what we were just talking about, Jimmy. Like, if they don't make a move, how pissed off. We'll table that one. But I think people will be.
Actually, Jimmy, it does matter if we're right or wrong. I want to be wrong because that means that I can have faith in the coaching staff that they know what we don't. Right? I want to be wrong about Jahan and Diami. I want to be wrong. Because that means this team's going to do better. But I have no reason to sit there and say Diami Brown's the guy just because he caught a 42-yard pass in the preseason against a basic defense.
Basic bitch. Excuse me.
That's why I'm just like, why are we? Oh my God! Yeah, he's going to have such a breakout year. We've been saying that for 3 years. It ain't happened yet. We thought it was going to happen with Fitzpatrick. The only quarterback who's really had more than one big pass to Diami Brown was Carson Wentz. That's because he had 2, and it was in one game.
Yeah. He had a hell of a game, though. It was a good game. We thought maybe, man, this is it. And then Carson gets hurt, and then the whole season's done.
We go to Heineke, and you need and who bailed out Heineke all those times? Terry and
motherfucking
Jahan
and Logan. Fuck it, Terry's down there somewhere.
Sorry,
just close your eyes. And
look, the longest pass in the history of Taylor Heineke was a bomb to Jahan that Jahan had to stop and come back for, and he made the catch with a contested catch with a defender right there.
Did he make a catch against Philly?
He made that touchdown catch against Philly last year to tie the game.
Oh, that was your fault last. Sorry.
He also made that big catch in the stupid game that we shouldn't. And he's the one who got interfered with in that game against. So Jahan's been there.
You done the spin move against the Giants. Sideline was gone. I remember that one.
Yeah, it tied the game. Yeah. We would have lost that game otherwise. Because Heineke was absolute garbage.
Ben Harlow asks, is Martavis Bryant, going to make the team? Well, listen to this crowded wide receiver room. Kaz Allen, Diami Brown, Martavis Bryant, Jamison Crowder, Davion Davis, Luke McCaffrey, Terry McLaurin, Byron Pringle.
Kaz Allen's a running back
Rosemary Saint. Yeah, they're trying to convert him. I think that means they want to keep him at any cost. Mitchell Tinsley, Bryson Tremaine, Olamide Zaccheaus. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 receivers right now on this roster. 12 receivers. And Kaz Allen's short and stocky, so I can see trying to make him a running back. Yeah. But
he was a running back in high school. He was like the number 1 in California.
Antonio Gibson 2.0. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything against the third string people last game. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they said he had zero practice. He talked about that. He said he didn't even practice.
Yeah.
So he didn't even practice running back. He threw him out there kind of like he kind of had to or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. The new regime likes whoever they want. Hot take. Anyway, we have to see. I think we just talked about this. I don't think it's a possibility. I don't think Jera trades him. Brandon Ayuk.
In the division? Hell, he ain't going to trade him, period.
Listen, usually we're on the receiving end of being fleeced. Andy Reid did it to us with Alex Smith, and he did it to us with Donovan McNabb. That's when we got, that was a trade in the division, but they knew Donovan was done.
Washed.
It was finito. But yeah, we have more picks to make up for the trade for losing for Ayuk. That's right, 9 picks. 9 picks, man.
We better.
I don't know.
Something's got to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. I'm going to feel bad for Jaden Daniels if our 3 wideouts are going to be Terry, good.
Cheers, Thomas. Drinking a Bud Light with W on it.
And then the other 2 are going to be Zacharias and De'Ami Brown.
Yeah, and Luke.
Like this is what you're going to go into the season with? Now you're trying to get the number 1 pick.
Hey, that's okay as long as everyone stays healthy. Jason will be at the game Sunday.
Jane ain't going to be healthy. He's going to have no one open to throw to. They'll just double up Terry and these other guys.
Third time's a charm for Davey.
4th season there, buddy.
You got Eckler and Ertz out there,
and Eckler's another wide receiver,
and the other tight ends.
Jump off City.
Badass Lord Tipsy, what's up? The Lord's in the house. Up, familiar? Smash that like button. Yeah, we greatly appreciate that, guys. About 100 of you in here. If you're watching this on Twitter, flip over to YouTube and hit that like button for us. We would extremely, extremely appreciate it. I'm still talking about social media as a bit of an extra. I told you so. Yeah, so people can toss up the anti-Jahan heretic. Yeah, man, people still want to be right. I'm sure there's also people out there who still think Drake May was the guy, and they're going to die on that hill. And the second Drake May has a good game, they're going to see. I told you we should have drafted Drake May. Like it's coming. Just be prepared. Just ignore it. It's not that deep. It's coming. I'm telling you, that's coming too. The first bad game Jaden has.
It's
coming.
I want the kid to succeed.
Yeah.
I want the kid to succeed.
Yeah.
I don't like getting rid of talent when you're trying to make a quarterback succeed.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. So, okay, you got rid of Jahan.
You don't have any weapons. I mean, you do have weapons.
Who's going to take his place? Because it ain't anybody on this roster.
It's not. I mean, maybe they don't see the strength in the wide receiver too. They see the strength in the running back or the tight end.
Unless we're running just screens all day long.
Yeah. Yam says, I feel attacked. I'm not talking about you, Yam. There's people out there who still ride the Drake May train. By the way, Drake May.
There's people out here still ride the Heineke train.
I know. The Drake May, I think Jacoby Brissett sucks. Drake May's going to be starting. I got a feeling. I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait to watch it. Deluxe is not just Peters, but this team didn't hire a ton of experienced coaches and personnel execs. The decision was made by experienced, respected group. This team did hire. Yeah, they're all veterans. They're not rookies in any sense of the meaning from coaching. So, and AG said they're loading up for next season. That's right. Jay Coleman, what's up, Jay Coleman? I don't know if we've met before. Pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you. So I don't think Dotson's ability as a wide receiver is in question. He's just not a good fit in the new system. And that's fine. I don't think anyone's blatantly come out and said that. But
was he such a bad fit that you just had to get rid of him?
Correct. But you got, swapping 5th and a 3rd and 2 7ths. I don't know. So Thomas makes a good point. There's also people saying that we should pick up Juju Smith-Schuster from the Patriots. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yam said, yes, I want our team to succeed, period. I'm not going to ride on anyone. I ride for the team. Too many others have LeBron James mentality. But listen, we've been shitty for so long. We haven't had a quarterback since Sonny Jurgensen. I'll say it. We haven't had a real quarterback. Jahan, this is the first time national media is all over this kid. And that's why it's getting more attention.
We had a quarterback.
Kirk Cousins. We did.
Joe Theismann.
Okay, we did. You're right. 7 years, 8 years he played for us. I don't want to.
7 seasons. He was with this team for 11. He was a starter for 7. He was an NFL MVP.
Yeah.
Multiple-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Joey T's name.
I agree. And if he didn't get injured, life would have been much different. Hey, I got to share this real quick. Old Thomas Millen sent this to me on Facebook. This is what he's drinking right now. We talk about a Bud Light with a W. Or Jason Donaway asked if we had Bud Light with a W. There you go. That's a tall boy, too. That's a 24 ounce or so.
They could at least not put a blue fucking can around it.
Well,
they used to have burgundy cans.
They sure did. That's right.
Here's the thing. I'm going to give an opinion on Bud Light. Now, I know what I look like my opinion should be. But I know people look at me and they assume that what my opinion is. All right. My opinion on Bud Light is this: Bud Light is a great beer to drink if you're already drunk because you don't have to taste it.
It's a good. I put it this way: it's great for tailgating. You just
It
bring a lot
is.
of it.
You're
You
just-
give it away.
Pound
Drinking it
it.
like what? There you go. And same goes with like Natty Light. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I put Bud Light in the same class as like PBR,
yeah.
Natty Light. It's a
Oh,
beer
I
you
don't
drink
drink
to
beer.
stay drunk. I'm not going to go. I am not going to the store to buy Bud Light because I'm like, I want to have a Bud Light with my steak tonight. No, but if
I've
I'm
never-
like, I'm getting
Tailgate.
messed up tonight. I got a
Barbecue.
handle of tequila and some Bud Light. You
Yeah.
know that's what you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I'm doing a whole wanting to get white boy wasted, you give a handle of tequila and your Bud Light to chase, right?
That's right.
I haven't drank a beer since 8th grade. I couldn't tell you what one tastes like.
Damn, Dev. All right. We talked about roster moves. Let's talk about a little bit about the Patriots now. So final preseason game for the Patriots Sunday night. Jason Donovan is going to be there. I thought about going, but I'm like, starters aren't going to play. Is it worth going?
Man, that's
get your
tough.
warrant
They
to
could
go
have
get
had
in.
Jahan versus Drake,
Ooh.
or sorry, Jaden versus Drake, not Jahan.
But yeah, and so these are the questions I want to ask you guys. Should any starters play in this third preseason game? Historically, they haven't. What do you think, Dev? Should any of the ones play in this game on Sunday?
Yes,
You think we should? Who?
I think we need Jaden to get some fresh live bullet reps with his new star
man.
weapon, De'Ami Brown. No, I honestly believe I believe that we have a rookie quarterback. Live rounds are the best way to go, and there's no substitute for that. So I do think that 1 or 2 drives would be fine for me. You also get one preseason game, bring a few extra 1,000 people out because they get to see Jaden for the first time, like actually throw, even if it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Badass the word tipsy. I asked him the same thing when I came on. here.
Well, yes, sir, it is. Kelly Cup. Hey, you got to pay homage, right? This one of my childhood crushes.
Amber Thiessen.
Tiffany Amber
Thiessen
Thiessen went from
She was
Saved by
an
the
angel
Bell.
among us.
That's right. There ain't no making like her
She's
anymore.
So attractive, by the way. I
That's
think.
like my
Then
second.
then when she grew up and went to Beverly Hills 90210, we were like, oh, or Melrose Place, whatever it was. We were like, oh my goodness, you grew up.
What about
there.
her
I
ladies man?
thought you were doing that short-lived show, Fastlane.
I never saw that.
See, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was doomed from the start, but
Was it?
you know, she looked good in it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Screech.
Yeah. Jay Coleman said, you just recently discovered your guys' podcast. You're doing a great job. We appreciate you, man. Yeah. Thank you much, sir. We try to bring a little bit of humor to the table. We'll even give you a little bit of singing from time to time. So yeah. And Dev tries to get me in trouble a lot by trying to coax me into saying some things every now and then.
What exactly are you
singing some R&B sons, you know?
Yeah. I don't know any R&B songs with nigga in it.
He's trying to get these bits of DMX.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, R. Kelly didn't even do that, did he? He can go feel
Talk his teeth, motherfucker.
Nigga. He can say, "Give me the honey love, nigga." I mean, that wasn't.
Give me that honey love.
Nigga.
Yes. Menace to Society. It was on that movie. Marcus says 1 series because they won't be playing for 2 weeks. Yeah, we do have a 2-week break after the game. I don't know. You got people trying to make the roster. I say no. I say if you're going to play them for 1 series max, but I'd be perfectly fine. You put them all in bubble wrap, and then this is the bubble game, man. Let Sam Hartman, if he's healthy, and Jeff Driscoll take all the reps. Kaz Allen gets all the reps at running back. Luke McCaffrey and this wide receiver core. We can
line, dog. I want to see.
You're not going to see it. You ain't going to see it, bro. You ain't going to see
I want
it.
to see Coleman out there for sure.
Yeah, you ain't going to see it. Yep, I'm with you. Yeah.
Coleman gets some live
series.
game reps.
So Coleman is what's concerning, man. We thought if we hit on him, we're set. We are set, bro.
Coaches talk like we have, but he's been hurt.
They said he's up, trending up though to play.
Yeah.
like by week 1.
He
It's 2 weeks from now.
I hope he's ready to go. He needs.
He's been
to-
practicing, I think, against live reps, right?
Coleman, yeah, he's been practicing. He started off all of OTAs playing live, and then
I'm talking about some of these in these joint practices.
and then once the games came, all of a sudden, he's got soft tissue injury. Or same with Johnny Newton, man, soft tissue injury. It's like
fat fuckers.
Those things are nagging, man.
I'm not. If it's like my plantar fish, I don't even know anything about soft tissue.
Look,
I don't know.
As someone, and here's the thing, I'm, and a lot of it's because I don't stretch well, but like I am notorious I'm notorious for soft tissue injuries because of that. Like I never have broken a bone. I've never completely torn a muscle, but I have strained.
Are you blurry or am I just high?
Yeah, I'm blurry, but I have partially torn. The worst I've done is like partially
Smoke weed every day.
I was like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Clip that. Clipping that one.
But I get a lot of the soft tissue injuries, sprains, muscle strains, muscle pulls, things like that, tendonitis, stuff like that, stuff in the joints. Right?
It's called getting old, bro. It's called getting old.
Yeah, well, he's half my age, so he should be better than that.
Yeah.
But then also comes if you're a gym rat and you don't stretch, you don't work on the flexibility and all that, you will get soft tissue injuries if you don't take care of those things. You wear the wrong types of shoes, you'll get plantar fasciitis. Like I had it, Steve's had it, Dev's had it.
Had it in college while running track.
I'm also not just the president, I'm also a member. There we go.
Tennis Ball City.
Thomas says, Payne, he believes besides Allen Payne, we should have at least one set with the ones. Let him give live action. They didn't do it last year. Remember, is this the second year of the 3-game series, the new format? So we don't know.
Is there a game on now?
Yeah, Colts and Bengals, and people are talking about how shitty Anthony Richardson looks. People are like,
what channel is that on?
He looked good last week.
On Prime tonight.
He looked good last week.
The Lord says Forbes should play. I also need more Tyler Owens. Tyler Owens is going to make this team, fellas. I know we haven't done our 53 yet.
Man, those safeties is crazy, bro. Like it's going to be really hard. I wonder if they're going to try to sneak him on practice squad because you would have to basically cut Forrester at this point. You'd have to do that to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yam, I'm going to answer your question. Yam says people says he needs more reps. What else do y'all need to see? What do I need to see? I just need to see him out there. I need to see him taking live rounds.
Who are you talking about now?
Jaden.
I don't know. Like
he's a rookie quarterback. The more on-field time you give him, the more he's going to learn.
Plus, it's our only home game.
Is new to him right now.
We had no preseason home games, and then there's another. We don't have a home game until week 2. So it's like Washington's never seen him.
Yep. If you don't know Marcus, he's he manages the group Sports U2 on Facebook. He posts sports radio stations and podcasts, puts it on social media, said subscribe on YouTube, support everyone. It's hard work at time. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Marcus, for all your hard work too, man. We appreciate everything you do. We haven't helped Jaden at all. He's going to get beat up this year. Yeah, with the line and the weapons. This is what people are so upset about.
Can I say that I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think? If Coleman is as good as advertised by this coaching staff, and Allegretti's shown some good pass blocking. We were clowning on him for some run blocking stuff last week, or on Monday. But his pass blocking seems to be okay. Jaden's had some clean pockets up there. Now, granted, not a lot of exotic stuff being thrown out there, but so far been some pretty clean pockets, especially relative to last year. What Sam had in the preseason. Sam was back there running for his life in the preseason.
He was.
But I think that we may have given Jaden just enough, and I do like the fact that the offense seems to be predicated on quick passing, which means that Jaden's not holding on to that ball very long.
Yeah.
So I think the scheme helps a lot. It helps mask the deficiencies of the offensive line, something that Eric Bieniemy absolutely failed to do last year.
Eric Bieniemy. So, I need to give him his own sound effect, man. I don't know what that's going to be.
Just give him that big fart sound effect. There you go.
How about you can have the one with the reverb? Give him the reverb one. Now he's an offensive coordinator at UCLA. Or is he a running backs coach? I don't even know. AG says we haven't helped. Yep, Jimmy says JD should definitely get as many live round reps. Yep, he agrees with you, Phil. So let's talk about the 2024 Patriots very quickly. Like I said, we're trying to be in a regular season mode. This is the format of our regular season podcast. You know, Thursdays we do the preview, Mondays we do the post game, and then therefore that's how we go. But their depth chart, real quick, we don't know who's going to play. Their wide receiver core, arguably, people say is one of the worst in the NFL. So you have Kendrick Bourne, KJ Osborne, Keyshawn Boutte. The Washington Commanders have now
the state of Maryland has the worst receivers.
Oh man, Jalen Reagor is on this team. If you remember Jalen Reagor, the former first-round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. Left tackle, Chukwuma or Okorafor.
What the fuck?
Okafor, yeah, got it, Dev.
Chukwuma.
Cole Strange, left guard. David Andrews at center. Sidney Sow. Right tackle, Mike Onwenu. And then Hunter Henry came from Hunter Henry was bounced around. He was on the he was on the Chargers, then he was on the Steelers, and now he's on the Patriots. So he's pretty good tight end. Austin Hooper also bounced around. He was on the Falcons, and he went to the Browns, and now he's back on the Patriots. So he's pretty good tight end too. Demario Douglas, Jalen Polk, all washed up dudes. Jacoby Brissett, our former quarterback too, who backed up Sam, who people also said he could have been the second coming of Peyton Manning. Also been struggling in the preseason with New England. Drake May, Bailey Zappi.
Thornton from Louisville.
I don't know. And then Ramondre Stevenson, who's a very talented running back. And then our beloved Antonio Gibson is now the backup running back in New England. That's where he went when he left this team. So on the defensive side, Keon White, I'm only reading the starters here. William Bradley King, if you remember him. He is also on the Patriots. Devon Good, Christian Barrymore. None of these people are really raising any eyebrows. Jabril Peppers is a good safety. Kyle Duggar, Christian Gonzalez, who arguably we should have drafted Christian Gonzalez instead of Emmanuel Forbes. Christian Gonzalez was staring us right in the face at 16. We traded back. Was it 16? And then we traded back to 19. I can't remember. It's all fuzzy.
We traded back to 16.
There we go. We traded back to 16. We could have got him at wherever we were originally sitting. And then, we got Emmanuel Forbes instead. So Christian Gonzalez, big body guy, should be very good. But
Gonzalez looked like crap for the first half of his rookie year, too. We looked like we actually came out on the right end of that for a while.
Gonzalez hurt himself in the midway through the season. He didn't play.
Yeah.
He hurt himself.
Yeah, but he wasn't looking that great till right before he got hurt. Then it started getting turned around.
Yep. Yeah, maybe you're not wrong, yeah, at all. The enemy. He says, leave me alone. He had shit to work with, but he didn't take the shit he had and make
part of the shit,
good.
He was part of the shit.
Yeah, I mean, what did he do to make? You gotta make chicken salad out of that chicken shit, man.
Oh, it's just
that's what he was supposed to do.
It was that bad. The man should have just ran the ball. Just run the ball.
It's like
when all else fails, run the ball.
You never ran.
Run the ball. Michael Robinson, what's up, Michael? First comment of the day. Jahan's going back home. He might play a little better. Probably be a backup for the Eagles. We were just talking about that. He'll either be. I don't know. Paris Campbell, right? They
drafted someone too, a Smith kid. I can't think of.
Paris Campbell was in Terry McLaurin's draft class. If you don't remember, he got drafted ahead of Terry because he came from Ohio State and he was higher rated coming out of college, and Terry has far surpassed him. So there's probably a good chance Jahan beats him. But the problem is the playbook. How long will it take them Jahan to know the playbook? And I heard a funny stat today. So I think it was Darius Slay picked off Jalen Hurts at practice, and that's the first interception that Jalen Hurts has thrown all offseason. And it was like this huge deal. Like Jalen Hurts has been in screens. Jalen Hurts has been perfect all preseason. Oh, he threw his first interception. Oh, it's so crazy. He's going to be so good. And it's just like, oh, geez. Yeah. But yeah. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. And then, so yeah. Any particular of those matchups you guys are looking to check out, knowing what we know or what we're going to see?
Nobody's going to play, so I don't really give a shit.
Yes, I'm looking for Cade York, man. Michael says we got a new kicker. Cade York got him from the Browns. I want to know, dude, are you going to make your field goals? Or do we have to go for it every fourth down? Or do we have to go for 2 every touchdown? Because you know what we had so far was straight ass, and it just ain't going to fly no more. So we got to figure it out. Make it good. Be better. Yes, lots of ex-Commanders in New England. Are they the compatriots? Oh, Jimmy, you made it funny, dude. That was
Well played, sir.
that was pretty
Well
good.
played,
Yes,
good sir.
there are a lot of Commanders. Jacoby, Antonio. Who else did we say? William Bradley King. There's one more, but yeah,
Wasn't the Washington Redskins initially New England Redskins?
Waitress.
yeah.
Weren't we once in New England?
The kicker won't last. I don't. Yeah. Why though, Yam? Why would he not last? Is it because he's that bad, or are they going to trade? We traded it. We traded for him. So
Well,
why?
I think that conditional seventh means he has to make the team to get the seventh. Maybe he gets nothing. Maybe they give him nothing. I think that's the condition, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, they just wanted to control his free agency,
Hey,
basically.
we just got an extra 7 from Philly, so we're straight for Jahan. Thank you, Jahan. We appreciate your service. Thank you very much. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about here. I don't know if you guys saw this, but while I bring it up in the, did you guys know that the District of Columbia is working to survey the old RFK site for a potential
Actually, I thought
stadium?
that we were doing a survey, and
I got to pull it up. I could totally be
if I'm
wrong.
not mistaken, we're paying for the survey, and what's going to be included is how the district can afford to pay for it.
Oh, here we go. All right. So we thought the stadium talk has been dead. Actually, it has been dead for a little while. It went dark. We haven't seen anything about it here in a minute. Ooh. So DC is paying an LA-based revenue and management company $565K, $500,000 plus to study the feasibility of developing the RFK site, undertake an effort to relocate the Commanders. This includes how the city can afford it. So there's the breakdown of what it's going to cost, just the survey and the assessment. And so that's a crazy assessment. It's going to cost you $565,000 just to tell me no or yes. That's wild. But I get it. It's just things you got to do. Who's paying for that?
We are. We're paying for the assessment.
So we're paying DC to do the assessment, I guess.
No. It's how the city can afford the stadium.
No, this is DC is paying an LA-based venue man. I don't know if this is right.
Oh, DC. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the Commanders were paying that. No, even better. So, well,
yeah.
I'm
the government of District of Columbia, Office of Deputy Mayor Planning. Yeah, so it's their name's on the contract. So
that's why pennies on the dollar, considering what's going to cost to build that stadium.
Oh,
for sure. You get it right.
For sure.
Understand? DC is going to really miss out on a shit ton of revenue if they don't get a stadium there, or a stadium anywhere. Unfortunately, there's no more room at Buzzard Point. Otherwise, I'd say there's your spot. So your other options are, you could go to the other side of Anacostia. You could have them basically be on the other side of the river from the Nats Park, but that's about it. And that's gonna be a hard one to develop because I think there is housing there. Well, no, I'm sorry, there's no housing over there.
Yeah.
I do wonder what is over there why that area has not been developed at all.
This is a little bit nasty. Jahan Dotson retweeted Montez Sweat. When Montez Sweat got the word, he said, "It's never personal, it's just business." Jahan Dotson reposted that. And Cam Carroll came in and said, "Damn, can't believe they traded one." Entertaining nonetheless. We've been out of the limelight, but we're kind of back into it a little bit, unfortunately, with all this trade talk. But of Jahan Dotson. There was one other thing I wanted to share with you guys, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah, I don't think. Okay, my favorites have escaped me, so I apologize. Anyways, some of these comments says, Mike Robinson, you go to any games this year? We are. I will be going to the home opener with my brother-in-law, and we'll be hanging out with the rest of the Command Corner tailgate at the Red Zone lot. And we are partnering with the team, the Washington Commanders, to put on a Command This Day at the Park. We just got the deal finalized for you guys, and we'll have a link to send out. Got to figure out the right way to launch it, but I do have the link in my possession as of right before this podcast. So we're going to figure out how we do it. It's offering extremely discounted tickets in the podcast.
Y'all are not going to be able to get these seats for this cheap anywhere else.
So the club tickets are actually as low as $89 with reduced fees. If you go to SeatGeek, you're paying all these crazy tickets, but you can get club tickets for like $89 at the lowest. But most of them are going to be around one something,
around 109 or so.
Yeah,
these tickets right now are going for about $250.
So stay tuned. That's October 20th at the Panthers game.
We're saving you ducats.
Yeah, we will be doing that. There is something I want to share with you guys. I know Rod's not watching, but this one is hilarious. This is about a Raiders fan. You gotta watch it.
So into the NFL, you know your Raiders. I can tell right here. How are you feeling with the team this year?
We're not going to the Super Bowl.
No.
We got a realistic Raiders fan here. This is odd.
I gotta send this to Rod.
This is the first interview I've ever had like this. The Super Bowl chances are not good. But what is it going to take for the Raiders to have a successful
Listen
season?
to this.
Not to get arrested.
That's definitely it.
What are you saying?
I would agree with that. Yeah, Raiders to have a successful season, you think?
Not to get arrested.
Don't get arrested.
Okay. That's definitely an interesting one. I would agree with that.
That's messed up.
Getting someone in prison, that's going to hurt the
They're at the Sphere.
He was not.
They're at the Sphere and that right there. I've been there before. Not like last month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're at the big Sphere. They were at there. I see the stairway going.
Oh, with the immersion of the.
Yeah.
I heard that was really cool stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so that's a site survey. So lots of stuff going on. Sunday's the game. We got the October 20th Panthers game on tap for you guys. I think we're going to be sitting in section 307. We hope that you can sit with us, but there'll be multiple places you can sit around the stadium, and you're free to sit wherever you want. But if you would like to sit with us, I think we will all be in section 307. We'll also have a group tailgate going on in the red zone lot with a big group of people.
You got to get in on that.
We'll probably release the link next week on Facebook and Twitter or X and Instagram. And so you guys just click on the link, you buy your tickets. Our rep is already on there. You can contact her if you have any questions. You can buy parking directly through her. It'll be a lot cheaper. You have to pay SeatGeek ticket fight fees as well. So
hold up. If you're not following our Facebook group, Command This Podcast,
you're a loser.
That too, but you should be if you want to get in on this.
Yeah, straight up and down.
Limited time only.
Yep. And then going into the regular season, I think we're going to give away a signed Clinton Portis jersey. That'll be the first giveaway. We'll do that probably on the pregame preview.
Tell her that her tickets are on the way, or her card's going to be on the way this weekend. I'm mailing it off.
Oh, Tia has not checked in. Tia won the last giveaway of the signed Gus Frott gift card. So
rookie card, not gift card.
Yeah. I have the signed Clinton Portis shirt.
You said it was $1,000 gift card, Phil. You sending it?
Hold on, I'll show this real quick.
This is what Tia got right here. Signed Gus Frott rookie. But I'm going to say this while Steve's getting that, all right? As someone who sits in this section, my favorite section is the club seats, because you're not in the club section. If you have not been to FedEx, or if you're not sat in the club section, you're not dealing with the masses of humanity on the upper and lower bowls. You're dealing in that middle section where it's only club section only. So if you need to go use a bathroom, you need to go get a beer, you need to get some grub, it's a lot easier to do. Because you have your own bathrooms and eateries and bars to go to that only people in the club section can go to.
So you free to take a shit?
Yeah, this is our next giveaway, guys. Signed Clinton Portis Redskin jersey. Certificate of authentication right there. So that'll be our next giveaway before the first home game for you guys. Show love for all the support.
Arlo's already trying to get in on this, and we're not even giving it away yet.
Clint. We haven't done the hashtag yet. It might be Clint. It might be something else. I don't know. Maybe we pick one of his characters and say that, or just hashtag Portis. Shankity stinkity. Ryan says they built a bunch of soccer fields around RFK, called the field at RFK. The weekend. Well, they want to have a community thing, right? Maybe they somehow incorporated.
Your audio went completely underwater, Steve.
Oh,
there you go. You're good now.
Underwater thing. Michael Robinson, smash that like button. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Hit that.
I can tell you how they're gonna solve that soccer issue. They're just gonna dig up those soccer fields. They're not gonna be there anymore. That's how they're gonna.
And then we can have a movie about someone trying to save it, like Keanu Reeves and remember Keanu Reeves and the Kakimbas. Remember that movie?
It's going to be impossible to care about kids and professional sports, bro. You can't do
F
both
them
at the same
kids.
time.
Build RFK back.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Better back together.
You go around and ask a bunch of men where they want to pay their taxes to, or a bunch of kids play soccer,
football games. Oh man,
crazy. You know, be really crazy.
Fuck them kids.
I almost got mildly.
Not physically, but
it would be kind of crazy.
You're underwater too, Phil.
Yeah, you're underwater. All right, now you're good. Yeah, we tend to go underwater here on the show with our music and backgrounds, but yeah, it's good in everyone's live, man. We always end the show for our new fans who checked it out. We appreciate you guys, but we always like to end the show with people lifting each other up. If you got any positive news, just share it with us in the chat.
All right, always fantasy football next week.
Our fantasy football draft is next Thursday. So we'll do the post-game podcast wrap-up for this game on Sunday. We'll do that on Monday night. And on Thursday night, the podcast, like a week from today. So we'll have 15 minutes just to bullshit, and then we'll broadcast our live fantasy, our sponsored Command This podcast fantasy draft. That'll be the crux of it. It'll be a very laid-back draft. We'll have people in here you haven't seen before. It'll be very chill. We'll be cutting up. It'll be funny. We'll have the live chat going. And we'll be broadcasting the picks of the draft, and it'll just be a fun time. A couple people in this chat will be in here as well. I know Ryan will be in here. Hopefully, he'll join in on the fun here. But it'll be a very laid back stream next week. It'll be very chill, fantasy football focused. So, that being said, man, anyone got any good news for us, man? Tell us anything that's good in anyone's lives. Phil, you said you're going to Schittsburg this weekend?
No, I'm going to Filthy Philly.
The filth. Ooh, maybe you go say hi to Jahan for us.
That's what I said. I'm gonna go say hi to Jahan while I'm up there.
All right.
I'm going to Philadelphia.
I'm taking all these jerseys I bought.
See, that's why it's not when you pay the $129 and then this happens. When you pay whatever you paid for the Chinese jersey, Dev, smarter move.
$10.
Yeah, smarter move. Yam's birthday was yesterday. That's right. Happy birthday, Yam. We got to say happy birthday to old Yam here. Let me
congratulations. It's a celebration. Party all day. I know you've been waiting.
Happy birthday to you, Yam. New teaching job's going well. Super busy and tiring, but happy tired. That's good, man. Make the time go by fast, bro. That's awesome. Happy birthday, man. We really appreciate you. If you don't mind telling us, will you share your age with us, good sir? Will you tell us your age yet? I'm 43. I'll be 44 in December. I have no shame on age. There we go. We're the older podcasting crew, man. We're a little more refined and polished.
Dev ain't said shit, but he's older than both of us.
Dev's an old fart.
My birthday's coming up like next week.
Yeah. Oh, 45. Okay. There you go.
47.
No, Yam's 45.
Oh.
45. Who's a good Redskin that wore number 45? We don't have a lot of 45.
Mike Sellers?
No. Mike Sellers.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Mike Sellers.
Yeah. That's it. I was trying to associate numbers with the old Redskins, but
Michael Jordan when he came back.
Good. Crystal Asbury says weekend road trip. Oh, Crystal, where are you going? Where's your weekend road trip? Why don't you?
Tell you where
Phil's house, Pound Town,
Philadelphia.
You're going to Pound Town, ain't you?
Why don't you?
Let's get it on.
Why don't you share that with us, Crystal?
Phil's taking her to Pound Town, Steve.
Sellers.
That's what it is.
Fatality.
There we go.
Her booty hole brown.
Yeah, kids start school on Tuesday.
I can't tell you why, but you're hitting way too close to home.
That sounded way worse than anything I could imagine. I'm just letting you know.
Kids start school on Tuesday, so everyone's back at school, man. And then next weekend, I'm going out of town again for Labor Day, just out to a cabin, hang out, Deep Creek, Maryland, chilling. That's it, man. You guys got any other good news for us? Get a new car yet, Dev?
Man, dude, this is guys trying to talk to me too, like an electric Hummer. Fuck now, man.
Oh, those shits are
I
nice.
was like,
though.
look, I want a car I can pay out before I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? That's,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like 4 years into a car, dog. Just
Yeah. Straight up.
yeah.
Yep. All right, we're gonna get on out of here. Ben Harlow says, "Y'all be easy, fellas. Great session as always." Yeah, man. A lot of y'all stuck around. We appreciate all y'all. Happy birthday, Yam. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the game Sunday, man. It should be fun. We'll be back Monday to do the post game recap. Gather your thoughts, and we'll see what happens. And then we'll probably talk some Final 53 on Monday after we've seen everything, and maybe we do our Final 53 predictions and new record predictions as well. So, or we do just Final 53 and save record predictions for later. But okay, guys, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna get out of here. We'll catch you guys Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is not only available on YouTube where you're watching it now. It's also available on all of your audio podcast platforms on the replay. So, Odyssey, Apple, iHeart, wherever you get your audio podcast platforms, you can find this one as well. Please check out the audio if you want to catch on the replay. If you got to be at work and you can't have video up, man, put it on the audio podcast and still get your fix. And I challenge everyone, like I said before, share this with one person. Just tell one person about it, man. And if you really like what we're doing, we would greatly appreciate it. So,
and Phil's got OnlyFans.
And Phil's got OnlyFans. That's right. Husky muscle.
You know, well, we understand they might be shooting some OnlyFans footage in Philadelphia.
No.
Getting stronger.
You never know.
Some things stay between the people involved.
For everything else, there's MasterCard and OnlyFans.
Cut. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys on Monday. We love each and every one of y'all, and y'all be easy. Peace and hail.
W.
We out.